Welcome back. Today we're going to look at part 3 of Life is a Highway. Using the same monthly salary from the previous sections, you will now determine if you can afford to purchase a car using only a quarter of your monthly salary, so that's 25%, to put towards the cost of buying a car. So let's go ahead and puzzle through that bit. We have 0.25 times what we make in a month, and that will equal about $147. All right, so we need to write a simple inequality to show how much of your monthly budget can be used towards the purchase of a vehicle. All right, so I'm going to use Z, and Z has to stay less than or equal to 147. All right, so, and since you should always define your variables, Z equals my monthly car payment. All right, so my monthly car payment has to stay less than or equal to $147 in order for me to spend no more than 25% of my monthly salary. All right, so let's see what we can do with this. Let's say that you qualify for a 3-year interest-free loan. Now, those are the best kind. All right, if a loan is interest-free, the amount of the loan is divided equally by the number of months that the loan lasts, and you don't have to pay anything extra above and beyond the cost of the car. All right, I've actually had one of these. It is lovely. All right, so 36 months would be how long your loan would last in a 3-year loan. All right, there are 12 months in a year. 12 times 3 gives you that 36 months. All right, now write an inequality to represent the length of the loan and the amount of money used towards the purchase of the vehicle. So use Y to represent the amount of the loan. All right, so let's see. If I take my loan and I divide it by 36, that should stay less than or equal to that quarter of my budget. All right, so in this case, 147. All right, so if I take the cost of the vehicle and I divide it by 36, that answer should be less than or equal to 147, or I can't really afford the vehicle. All right, now this next part you're going to have to go online, or you're going to have to find a newspaper or something. You're going to have to find 3 cars that are currently for sale. If you know of a car lot that is open near you, if you want to call up a friend who works at one of them, I just need you to find 3 vehicles, write down what the vehicles are, the sale price, and then the source, or if you're looking online, the web address. If you also want to, you can take a screenshot of the vehicles to then be able to attach to the end of this document. All right. If you get them online, I would highly recommend taking the screenshot and adding it to your assignment, because a car that's available online one day may not be available online the next day, and then it would be really hard for me to check your source. If we have a screenshot of it, then there's absolutely no question that you did do the research that you're being assigned. So if you are searching up vehicles on your phone, for example, you can take a screenshot and insert it. If you are using a computer, you can use the snippet feature and take a little mini partial screenshot and figure out that way. Now, I actually went through and I did find some vehicles earlier. So I found one vehicle, and I did all these on cars.com. So I found one vehicle that was a Nissan. It's a 2015 Nissan Versa. And its sale price was $5,950. I found it at cars.com. And I do have screenshots of the vehicles, so if you need me to show you how to attach a picture to a Google Doc, let me know about that in class. My second vehicle that I found was a 2007 Nissan Armada. and that vehicle cost $3,950. Now remember, when you are looking at vehicles, don't look at vehicles that are in completely different states or different areas. Make sure that the vehicle is going to be somewhat close to you so you can actually go and purchase it. All right, it's kind of difficult to import a vehicle. There can be some extra expense involved, and some dealerships are willing, some are not. It really depends. All right, and the final vehicle that I found that looked like it might be within my budget was a Chevy Malibu 1LT, and that was $4,995. All right, and again, all three of these I found on cars.com. Now, if your school laptop blocks this website, which it might if enough of you guys are looking like you're shopping instead of doing schoolwork, the web filter might block it. I would suggest using your cell phone or seeing if you can ask your parent or guardian to help you be able to search some stuff up. Or as I said, if you know of someone who works at a dealership, this doesn't have to be done online. You can actually get this information from local dealerships if you would like. So you could call them up and ask them for some help for your project. All right. Problem 4, calculate the affordability of each vehicle and if it fits into your monthly budget using the inequality from question 2. So do any of your vehicles fit within your allotted budget of 25% of your monthly budget or your monthly paycheck? Show your work and explain your reasoning. All right, so you do have to show your work, you do have to explain your reasoning. Now you could show your work down here, or on this next page, I have provided you with a section where you can actually take pictures of your work if you want to do it by hand and actually copy and paste and insert it there. So please feel free to do that. All right, so for the Versa, let's go ahead and do some calculations. All right, that vehicle cost $5,950. And my inequality up here says I need to take the cost of the car divided by 36, and that answer has to be less than or equal to 147. So let's test that. So my 5,950 divided by 36, and 5,950 divided by 36 is about $165.28. Now, is that less than or equal to 147? No. And that means that no, it is not affordable. So the car would cost me more than $147 per month, which is my budget, and I'm not allowed to go over that. All right, let's test the next one. So the Armada. Now that one costs $3,950. So let's divide that one by 36 and see what we end up with. 3,950 divided by 36 is $109.72. Approximately. Now that one is less than or equal to 147. So this one's a yes. So the payment is less than 25% of my paycheck. Now, my explanations look a little bit different here because I'm showing you different ways that you could actually justify your answer. So up here, I was talking about it costing more than the $147 per month. Down here, I referenced the fact that the payment is less than 25% of my paycheck, so that shows that I understand that this $147 represents 25% of my net pay. And then for the Malibu, that one was 4995 divided by 36 is going to equal 138.75. All right, so yes. The car payment is less than $147. All right, so I've just figured out the affordability of these vehicles just based on only spending up to 25% of my monthly paycheck. Now over onto this page, and remember, this space is just for you to be able to show your work if you need more space to do so. So select a vehicle from the table above that fits into your budget. Include the loan payment and your total transportation costs. So including the loan payment and your transportation costs, they can now be 75% of your paycheck. So write and solve an inequality to represent your fuel costs, your insurance payment, and your car loan payment. All right, so let's see. If I take that same inequality from earlier and I add more onto it. So the cost of the car divided by 36 is going to get me my car payment. Add on the $100 for gas plus the $70 for insurance, and that needs to stay less than or equal to 75%, which is 0.75, times my paycheck, and my paycheck was $588 per month. All right, so we have car payment plus gas plus insurance has to stay less than or equal to, so this whole thing has to stay less than or equal to 75% of paycheck. So this is what we were writing out pretty much in words. This is what it looks like symbolically. So let's go ahead and start working this out and see where we end up. So y divided by 36 plus 170. So I'm going to go ahead and combine my addition here, combine like terms, is less than or equal to 0.75 times 588, and 0.75 times 588 equals 441. If I subtract 170 from both sides, remember you undo addition before you undo division. So 441 minus 170. I have y over 36 is less than or equal to 271. And my final step, y is divided by 36. You need to undo the division. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply by 36 on both sides, and that will undo this and leave me with the amount that I could actually use to purchase a car. So how much at most could I actually afford for a vehicle? Well, let's see, 271 times 36. I could actually afford a vehicle that was $9,756. Now, that is a lot more than this other vehicle that I said was not affordable. Why is that different? Well, in this case, I was strictly looking at the cost of my vehicle being no more than 25% of my budget. But when you look back at day one, here it is. When you look back at day one, I had some extra money. So I had $119 remaining for other car expenses. So I have that extra $119. floating around in there, and times 36, that's an extra $4,184 that I'm able to spend. So if you keep your other costs low, you can afford more car. If you keep your car costs low, then you can afford a lot more of other things. For example, meals out and other things like that. In future lessons, we will actually get into a lot of that budgeting. All right? Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in class.